All right, I wanted to make a quick video. I think this will be easier than trying to explain it in chat. So, we're all trying to learn what the difference is between core cards and set one cards in value. First thing I would tell you is I would ignore the Live Series collection. I already kind of regret going for it. The one thing is, eventually in the middle of the year, there's going to be a large collection where you're going to have that Jeter to get some big card that we all want. But it cost me probably like 1.5 million stubs to do this collection for basically Jeter, who will be God Squad worthy, Sammy Sosa, who will be God Squad worthy, and people are already shitting on McGwire, saying his swing sucks, and there's already better first basemen in this game like Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth, and cards that you can get just by grinding other modes. So I think it's a waste this year. I feel like you can build a good enough squad, especially if you're not going to play this through the full game cycle. I think doing the Live Series collection is just wasting stubs. Secondly, you asked about Tops Now. So where are we at? Tops Now. Tops Now, these cards are shitty, right? Like you said, why the hell am I worried about getting a 91 overall set one card when I already have a lineup full of 97 overall set one cards? And that's absolutely correct. Tops Now cards almost never improve your lineup, but what they do is they are part of a monthly path to get to the Player of the Month card. So at the end of every month, they're going to come up with an MLB Player of the Month based on real MLB stats. So like a guy like Adley Rutschman right now for the Orioles is good for that. And to get that card, you will need all of these Tops Now cards to get there. So the way this works is week 1, if you did it, you got to here. Week 2, if you did it, you got to here. Now, these don't expire. You can go back and do these anytime. But the reason why I keep up to date with it is when that Player of the Month card drops, I don't want to have to go back and do 4 hours worth of online grinding. I do like 1 hour a week, and I'm already caught up, so then I'm ready to go. The other thing about these Tops Now cards is they are super easy to get, and they go into that set one collection that helps get you Chipper Jones and Pedro Martinez, and that's kind of cool. Where is that? That is here. And then you can see these Tops Now cards in here. I'm only 8 cards away from getting Chipper, who I'm going to be taking. What else? Okay. I want to talk about core cards and set one cards. So what I would do if I were you, they are handing out these set one cards like candy. Like everything they do, it's either Team Affinity or Conquest or Rank Seasons. You get these set one cards, and you can have a team full of 99s just by playing the game. So I would not make any effort to go buy these 97 overall set one cards. I would just get them naturally as you earn them by playing the game. What I would do, what I am doing, just so you know, is I'm trying to slowly accumulate core, legend, and flashback cards. So if you go into your inventory and you see, I'm going to go to the Dodgers. So you see here, like on the Dodgers screen, these are all the Live Series cards. Right above Will Smith's head here, you can see it says Live. Hit R2, and it flips to all the Dodgers cards in this game that aren't Live Series cards. So I'm going to focus on the core cards of the Dodgers. So Walker Buehler. I already have it. Let's pretend like I don't. He's a core card for the Dodgers. These cards are absolute dirt cheap right now because nobody's thinking about core cards. There will at some point be a core card collection, and what'll happen is all of these cards are going to go way up in value because everybody's going to be like, oh, I want that card, and I don't have any core cards. I have to go to the market and get it. So this Walker Buehler card that you can get for 3,000 stubs today is going to cost 10,000 stubs whenever they drop that collection, and we have no idea when that will be. So what I do is I go in here, I create a buy order of two stubs. It's going to tell me you have to at least spend 3,000. So now I know the minimum on this card is 3,000. That means you will never get Walker Buehler for cheaper than 3,000 because he's 85 overall, and the market will not let you sell an 85 overall for less than 3,000 stubs. So I put in a buy order for 3,000 stubs. All I've essentially done is once I get this card, I've transferred I already got it. People are getting rid of these cards like nothing. They don't care about them right now, but they're going to. I haven't lost 3,000 stubs. I've transferred 3,000 stubs from my on-screen stub count to an investment in Walker Buehler. And what I mean by that is if you've been working the market at all, you might notice that you get taxed when you sell things. So if you sold a card for 150,000 stubs, you get a 10% tax. So you only are going to make 135,000 stubs on that sale. But when you quick sell a card, so you click here, you hit X, quick sell options, quick sell 1, 3,000 stubs. Quick sells are tax free. I've gone in here. I've essentially transferred that stub count back to my amount. So if for whatever reason I needed 3,000 stubs quickly to get Aaron Judge, and I'm like, oh, I know, I can just go quick sell Walker Buehler. Boom, I'm good. I go through here right now because these core cards are dirt cheap and nobody's thinking about them. And I try to buy any of them that are on the market. I don't think this Steve Finley one is on the market. This one you can only get through Conquest. Conquest is a grind, but it's totally worth it. But I understand why it's boring. But for me, I just throw on like a podcast and just chill and play it, and I have fun. But any of these core cards you can get on the market at bare minimum price, you're risking nothing because you can always turn around and sell them, quick sell them for the exact amount you invested in them. In fact, one thing you could do right now if you have extra stubs to go around is go in here and buy like 20 Walker Buehler cards, right? Like, so just do this 20 times and then hold them. And then when this core collection comes out and the Walker Buehler cards are going for 10,000 stubs because people realize they don't have all the core cards they want and the market goes up, you're going to make 7,000 stubs per card, and that's how people just get their bankroll completely built up. The people who work the market, they almost never have a stub count when they go to bed. They're going in, they're investing in cards that are at the bare minimum. So that's what I would do if you're worried about like playing the market or whatever. But in general, do the tops now because it'll be part of a larger collection. Don't worry about investing in these set one cards because you're going to get them just by playing the game. And then I think a sneaky good thing to do right now is invest in some of these flashbacks core cards because people aren't thinking about them right now. But there will be a time, and we have no idea when it is, when a core collection drops and people are like, oh shit, I don't have this Ryan Ludwig card. And you can get him right now for the absolute cheapest he'll ever be. He'll never be cheaper than that because you can't physically buy an 89 overall card for any cheaper than 7,000 stubs. But I don't think you'd want to buy Ryan Ludwig because if you're planning on playing ranked seasons, I think he comes free in ranked seasons. If you go to locations, it'll tell you where you can get him. You can either buy him or get him in the ranked seasons. The last thing I want to tell you is, I don't know if anybody's told you about quirks. Quirks are really important. So Juan Soto has like some of the best quirks in the game. So you see his attributes, his contact right, contact left, power right, power left. Like, it's all great. It's all fantastic. But his quirks are basically boosts he gets in certain situations, situational boosts. Day player is huge because the default setting for Diamond Dynasty games is day. Most people don't mess with the time. So if you have day player, you get a boost just for having day games. Dead Red is the second best quirk in the game, I think, because anytime you get a fastball, their contact goes up on fastballs. My favorite quirk is called Breaking Ball Hitter. He doesn't have that one, but that's essentially any non-fastball. He gets a boost. He also does better when you're behind. I would not let quirks be the end-all be-all. Like, I wouldn't take a guy with 85 power over a guy with 105 power because the 85 power has better quirks, but they certainly need to be factored in as tiebreakers, and I think they matter a lot. I think Peterson might have the Breaking Ball Hitter. He has Bad Ball Hitter. But like, so I don't know if anybody's told you about that, but quirks are very important. That's almost the first thing I check on new cards that come out. But like this guy here, probably the best first baseman in the game. He doesn't have any quirks, but it doesn't matter. He has maxed out power and super high contact. Like, he's going to be just fine. But if you're talking about comparing two cards that are around similar attributes, absolutely go to the quirks. Anyway, hope that helps.